And now we turn to our next guest. She's teaching people how to live happier, less stressful lives. She teaches the science of happiness.
As a former teacher and school leader turned happiness coach and international speaker, she inspires audiences to unlock their full potential and live happier lives, both personally and professionally. Let's welcome to the stage, Kim Strobel.
I've studied the topics of happiness and well-being for the last 20 years. When you learn to prioritize your happiness and well-being, you'll see a different person showing up for work. You'll see a different person showing up in your home life, your parenting life, your partner life.
She just has this contagious energy for life. And you think as a happiness coach, it just comes naturally and more easily for her. And she explains that it doesn't. She suffered too, and she's just magnetic.
50% of our long-term happiness is genetic. 10% is our external circumstances. That leaves 40% of the pie. And what I know is that as human beings, we have the ability to increase our happiness levels by up to 40%. When we can teach you to rewire your brain towards positive more than negative, neutral, or stressed, that's when employees become more productive, more engaged, more resilient, more vital, and they feel better, not just in their careers, but in the other areas of their lives. But it means you have to prioritize your happiness. My life began a downward trajectory where I suffered for years with great darkness and a debilitating anxiety disorder that derailed my ambitious dreams and goals. It got to the point where every 30 minutes of every day was a fight for my life. But sometimes you get the opportunity to take your pain and turn it into your purpose. Research says that when we get your brain to positive versus negative, neutral, or stressed, you are 31% more productive at your job. Employees are 10 times more engaged in their job, and they are 3 times more creative. This is why happiness and well-being, both in our workplaces but in our personal lives, is coming to the forefront. One of the most influential people in my life. It's my 100-year-old grandmother, Serena. For the last 24 years, I've had a standing Friday lunch date where this woman impacted me in such positive ways. That woman showed me over and over again that it's the lens through which you view your world that matters most. My happiness and well-being matter. Yours does too.
Kim Strobel has what it takes because the moment she steps out onto the stage, she has the audience in her hand with energy that is just contagious and infectious. But at the same time, she also digs into the triumphs that she's had, but then also the not so good moments. And it's that kind of vulnerability that when we are in an audience and we get a chance to see someone like that we realize that, you know what, we all go through things.
When I went through that darkness and that suffering, it became a defining moment where I learned that I could take different actions and start getting different results. I learned to rewire my brain, invest in my personal mastery, and change every area of my life to get life-changing results. And this is the method I now teach others.